Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with yours truly.
And me.
That's right. Today, we're diving into some really interesting waters.
Oh,
The whole
yeah.
concept of LGBTQ plus acceptance, and we're going to be looking at it through a very specific lens. We found this really thought-provoking blog post.
Okay.
It's called "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It: Choosing Love Over Hate,"
Oh, wow.
and it's written by Lunarize.
Okay. I kissed a girl and I liked it. I mean, that's a pretty catchy title, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, using a Katy Perry song as a jumping off point to talk about societal perceptions, pretty clever, huh?
It is. It's actually quite brilliant, I think, because it really does highlight something we often overlook, how pop culture can be a gateway to discussing these really complex issues.
Oh,
Like,
for
yeah.
sure, for sure. And Lunarize does it in a way that's really engaging. They kind of pull you in with that familiar tune, and then bam, you're thinking about some pretty heavy stuff.
Exactly. And the timing of the post during Pride Month makes it even more powerful, you
Yeah.
know? It's a call to action wrapped up in a catchy pop culture reference.
It's true. It's true. So let's dive right in. One of the first things that really struck me about this post was this whole idea of the contradiction of hate.
Okay, yeah.
We as a society, we condemn war, we condemn these global acts of violence, but then we turn around and sometimes we harbor prejudice against people who are different from us, right, in our own communities.
That's such a great point. It's this sort of cognitive dissonance, right? We
Yeah.
can recognize the horrors of hatred on a grand scale, but struggle to apply that same understanding to the micro level, the personal level. I think Lunarize poses a very compelling question in the blog. They say, how can we reconcile this? And I think that's something we all need to think about.
Yeah, that question really hit me hard too. And it's not
Yeah.
just about individual biases or prejudices. It's also about the systems and the institutions that perpetuate these inequalities.
Exactly. And speaking of those systems and institutions, Lunarize brings up a very real and very painful reality hate crimes.
Yeah.
Even in a country like the U.S., where we pride ourselves on freedom and equality, LGBTQ plus individuals are still targets of violence and discrimination just for being who they are.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it's a stark reminder that we have so much work to do to create a truly inclusive and accepting society for everyone.
Absolutely. But it's important to note, that Lunarize doesn't just focus on the negative. They also offer a vision of a more hopeful future, a world where differences are celebrated and everyone has the chance to contribute authentically.
Right. And I think this is where the personal element of the blog really shines through them. Lunarize shares their own experiences with friends from the LGBTQ plus community. And it's so clear how much these relationships mean to them. They talk about their friends being fun, kind, understanding, with great taste in fashion and design.
And that line about how their friends add vibrant colors to the canvas of life,
Yeah.
so powerful.
It really is. It's a beautiful way of illustrating the richness and beauty that diversity brings to our lives. It's not just about tolerance. It's about embracing and celebrating those differences.
Exactly. And I think that ties into another key point Lunarize makes about breaking down stereotypes.
Oh, yeah.
We need to start seeing people as individuals, not as representatives of some preconceived notion about a particular group. And that's where the real potential for change lies. Because when we let go of those limiting beliefs, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities.
It's so true. I mean, imagine the creativity, the innovation, the progress we could achieve if everyone felt truly accepted and empowered to contribute their unique perspectives.
It would be incredible, right? And it's not just some idealistic notion either. There's real-world evidence to suggest that diverse and inclusive societies are more innovative, more prosperous, more resilient.
Absolutely. So it's not just about doing the right thing. It's also about creating a better world for everyone.
Precisely. And, I love how Lunarize kind of throws in this little humorous observation amidst all the serious stuff
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What was it?
about how there might be more straight people available now because of the LGBTQ plus community.
Huh.
It's funny, but it also underscores a really important point that true acceptance benefits everyone. It's not a zero-sum game.
It really isn't. It's about expanding the circle of love and acceptance to include all of us.
Exactly. And speaking of love and acceptance, Lunarize wraps up the blog with this powerful call to action.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Choose love over judgment. Support your LGBTQ plus friends, celebrate their contributions, and work towards creating a world where everyone feels accepted for who they are.
It's such a simple message, but it's so profound.
And it's a reminder that change starts with each of us. It might be tempting to think that our individual actions are insignificant in the face of these larger systemic issues, but that's simply not true. Every act of kindness, every voice raised against injustice contributes to a ripple effect that can ultimately lead to profound change.
It's true. It's like that old saying, be the change you want to see in the world. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Lunarize's blog, I want to leave you, our listener, with a question. What small but significant steps can you take today in your own life to contribute to a more inclusive and accepting society? It doesn't have to be grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness and understanding can make a difference.
Absolutely. And remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, a process of continuous learning and growth.
So keep those wheels turning, keep asking those tough questions, and keep striving to be the best, most inclusive version of yourself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure diving in with you all.
See you next time.
Bye.